This is why it's called pizza. Thickness equals A, radius equals Z, volume equals pi Z squared A, volume equals pi ZZ A. I suck at math. How do we know if they're actually dead or just pretending? Isaac Newton invented gravity. Discovered. You freaking idiot. Oh shit, they're dead now. Your baby is so cute. How old is it? 32 months. Oh, you like math? Determine the velocity. Oh my Jesus Christ. What a throw. A year should have 13 months. What? If we had 13 months instead of 12, every month would be exactly 28 days. The first would always be a Monday, and the 28th would always be a Sunday. That's the whole concept of the Kodak year. The Kodak Corporation tried it for some time, but was not successful, sadly. When Albert Einstein met Charlie Chaplin in 1931, Einstein said, "What I admire most about your art is its universality. You do not say a word, and yet the world understands you." "It's true," replied Chaplin, "but your fame is even greater. The world admires you when no one understands you." Why is it so easy to stay awake until 6 a.m., but so hard to wake up at 6 a.m.? Things in motion tend to stay in motion, while things at rest tend to stay at rest. Physics, a lot of physics going on. Sodium, highly reactive, explodes in contact with water. Chlorine, poisonous deadly gas. Sodium chloride, food preservative and flavoring agent. It's amazing how something could either kill you or improve something vastly, depending on how you use it. 69 degrees Celsius, Fahrenheit, Kelvin. What you see, what the bacteria sees. They would actually probably just see a huge pupil. If you die in the same hospital in which you were born, your average velocity will be 0. My science teacher tells the students that we use radiocarbon dating to date the age of the fossils of dinosaurs. I politely correct her and say that radiocarbon dating can only date accurately ages less than 15,000 years, and that paleontologists use other methods. She kicks me out of the classroom with a disciplinary action. Aside from this probably not happening, I once had a conversation with the director of STEM education for my state. He was a chemistry professor as well. He told me the biggest challenge they are facing in high schools is that to get an education degree, you need almost no math or science, yet they are having teachers teach AP chemistry and calculus classes. They basically have to spoon-feed some of the teachers some of the material. Shakespeare was truly ahead of his time. Shakespeare quote of the day: "An SSL error has occurred and a secure connection to the server cannot be made." Classic. Fig 1, Fig 2, Table 1. Now this I understand. It's just, what everything is. Anime skeletal system. Oh no. I was expecting some weird proportions because, anime, but this is, I don't like that her hair is bones. That implies some things. Biology 0. Biologist, microbiologist, molecular biologist. My friend got a degree in Egyptology but can't get a job, so he's paying more money to get a PhD so he can work teaching other people Egyptology. In his case, college is literally a pyramid scheme. When you time travel to see cool dinosaurs but forgot to account for the Earth and Sun moving through space. Oops. As it turns out, it was just the third type they implemented. When you found out the C in USB-C does not stand for compact. No, you can't do this to me. Today, years old, finding out there are actually 14 different types of USB. Now wait just a second. 2D and 3D. How did this happen? Is she the result of some weird experiment turning 2D anime girls into 3D? I actually don't think we should have this technology. There's a lot of weirdos out there. We have seen Square Girl and Cube Girl, but where the f is Tesseract Girl? In the background, don't you see it? Oh, right, you live in 3 dimensions. That makes sense now. Infinity minus infinity equals 0. Well, yes, but actually no. Would this do anything? Wakey wakey. Oh no. I actually don't know if that would do anything, but best not try it. Maybe just try to politely wake them up. The battery will get warm. The nose ring will probably not be affected. When she looks through your phone, but all she can find is, why is there something rather than nothing? What happened before the Big Bang? Is it possible that the laws of physics change over time? Can quantum mechanics and general relativity be realized as a fully consistent theory? Ouch. Hey there, young scientists. Put on your lab coats and strap on your safety goggles, because today we're learning about being knowledgeable in a narrow domain that nobody understands or cares about. The story of my life. Did you mean a PhD. Are there any sci-fi weapons that use bases instead of acids? Sci-fi writers. Acids, bases. An acid burn results in something called coagulative necrosis, which basically means it kills the cells but leaves their bodies behind in a mushy layer. This new mushy layer actually can prevent the acid from penetrating into deeper tissues and causing more damage. An alkali base burn results in liquefactive necrosis, which means that it melts your cells and clears the way to your spongy insides to do more damage. The difference is that acid reacts with proteins and base will react with fats. So let's say you wanted to destroy a human body for no particular reason. Instead of bathing it in an acid, the better option would be to use a strong base instead, right? The Death Star? Does that count? I applaud you, my friend. That's no moon. It's a space. Immune system. Eyes, brain, testicles. Immune privilege. This is a common misconception. The brain is not immune privileged. In fact, besides microglia, being the native I'm learning a lot of words today, myeloid cells of the brain, invasion by immune cells is relatively common and normal. This also occurs in the case of disease. For example, between 40 and 60% of the total tumor mass in glioma is monocytes and macrophages. That's the best I can do, okay? Trick or treat. Trick and treat. Trick zor treat. Trick nor treat. Trick nand treat. And last but not least, trick snore treat. This is actually a cool diagram. I might just show one of my students who's studying this particular topic at the moment. What quantum physics does to a man. Max Planck in 1878. Max Planck in 1901. The sun starts shrinking. Panic. It's growing big again. Calm. It won't stop growing. Panic. Don't even think about it. The real scientific method. Just a guy standing there. He's neutral, but then something makes him a little happy. Data says no, though, so you. Manipulate the data to fit your hypothesis. It'll take at least 20 years for someone to find out you lied, and by then you should have your Nobel Prize and $1 million. Jan Hendrik Sean, is that you? How sharks are portrayed in the media. Sharks IRL. I'ma do a swim. Blub blub. How dolphins are portrayed in the media. Dolphins IRL. I've never seen that photo of a dolphin before. I am made of atoms. Atoms are governed by the laws of quantum mechanics. Why can't I quantum tunnel, such as walk through a wall? You theoretically can. It's just really unlikely to happen. Publishing numerous studies on the benefits of genetic diversity. Having 10 children with your cousin. Charles Darwin. My physics teacher explaining if the sun vanishes, we won't know it for 8 minutes. Me who said it will be more than that if it happens at night. Small change, but, yeah, it beats me what the hell's going on here. I'm gonna need some help on this one. The upper one is a Wheatstone bridge. In such a combination, the ratio of the upper and lower resistors on both sides is equal to 1 equals 4 2, and then no current flows through the resistor in the middle for omega, which eases the calculations for equivalent resistance. The lower one isn't a Wheatstone bridge because the ratios aren't the same, so current flows through the resistor in the middle and the calculations are significantly more difficult. The meme was to highlight that such a small change in the circuit has a big difference in the calculations. Are you guys following along? Because there will be a test. Harry Turtledove wrote a short story on this called The Road Not Taken. The idea is that faster than light travel is fantastically easy to figure out because of one weird trick with gravity, and most societies figured out roughly around what we'd call the High Middle Ages, around 1000 to 1250. But humans are so hardwired to kill that instead of figuring this out, we've spent millennia figuring out better ways to kill each other. So some dominant warlike race comes along and decides to wipe us out. They think we're primitive because we haven't even figured out this gravity warp thing. They mock us before launching their invasion. They're obliterated almost instantly. The invasion lasts something like 8 minutes and their entire armada is destroyed. The story ends with aliens realizing that thanks to them, humanity and its vastly superior firepower now has access to the entire galaxy. The main character's last words are perfect. What have we done? By the way, if anyone likes Turtledove's story, check out some of Peter Codron's work. It reads and feels very similar. And also something happened in the game Mass Effect. I have not played Mass Effect. We're gonna move on. The entire premise of the Matrix movies, basic thermodynamics. Uranium-235. Man, I'm so hungry. How hungry. Uranium contains roughly 18 million kcal. If you were to make a quarter-pound burger patty out of uranium, that would come to 2,041,164,000 calories for the patty alone, plus approximately 172 calories per chicken patty, giving this burger a total of 2,041,164,344 calories. This does not account for any sauces, and it may be a wise choice to forego the fries and consider drinking a diet soda instead of a regular. Ancient Greek astrologers be like, yes, a goat. Reasonableness. Marty ate 4/6 of his pizza and Lewis ate 5/6 of his pizza. Marty ate more pizza than Lewis. How is that possible? Marty's pizza is bigger than Lewis's pizza. That is not possible because 5/6 is greater than 4/6, so Lewis ate more Marty's pizza. Join the resistance. Physics. A branch of science where you use extremely long, complicated formulas to explain why a ball rolls. Dolphins are a type of fish. No, dolphins are mammals. Dolphins are a type of fish. Parents. No, this won't affect our kid. Quantum physics for babies. General relativity for babies. Meanwhile, kid, Toby, age 3, alcoholic, depressed, and what might Newton think of that? I don't think this is accurate because inertia, right? If you're on top of a car that's moving and you jump, you should land where you were on the car. So, right? Am I wrong? Hey, are you sleeping? Yes, now shut up. If a magnet has north and south pole and planets also have, does this mean planets cannot collide north pole to north pole and south pole to south? What? A Ukrainian engineer has designed an airplane with a detachable cabin. In the event of an emergency, the cabin breaks off, deploys parachutes, and floats passengers safely to the ground. The pilots, a worthy sacrifice. Me and my friend after our PowerPoint presentation. The teacher and the rest of the class. What did you show them? Scientists. What my mom thinks I do. What my friends think I do. What society thinks I do. What my boss thinks I do. What I think I do. What I really do. Finally found a paper that addresses exactly the research questions I have been investigating for so long. It's paywalled, and not available from alternate sources either. Write a way to make a 10 to solve 8 plus 9. 8 plus 9 plus 2. I don't even know what this is asking him to do, Dad. Endosymbiosis. Trade offer. I receive protection. You receive a steady supply of energy and propelling organisms into a new age of multicellularity, allowing for countless complex species to rise. Never see stuff under the microscope via PhD jokes. Nobody. People who studied microbiology. Yep, they're everywhere. Why do you think animals are inferior? Can they solve integrals and derivatives? Can you? I mean, he's not wrong. List 2 examples of solids, liquids, and gases. Poop, pee, fart. Really? I mean, hey, is he wrong? I mean, I don't see an X, so, I mean, he's not wrong. He's just, asking, hey, why? Hydrogen bond in theory, hydrogen bond in reality. I will major in maths. It's hard. I will major in biology. It's applied chemistry. Chemistry is applied physics, which is applied maths. Maths are hard.